The axe is one of the most posture-damaging moves in the entire game, outperforming normal mortal draw for less, and it has good poise damage as well. Normally when an attack is blocked, the posture damage is half, but for the axe, it will deal the same posture damage even on block. However, there are some exceptions to this. Some enemies and bosses, on block, will have the posture damage. These include Lady Butterfly, all variations of Owl, the Purple Ninjas, and the Red Guard with the hat. Using the axe also gives you hyper armor, letting you tank low stagger hits.
Let my guard down.
Starting with the spring-loaded axe, you can spin your axe, which then leads to the slam. And with Fang and Blade, you can light attack to perform a finisher from wherever you're at. The high stagger means it's possible to stun lock opponents to death, a literal spin to win. That said, you need to make sure that you have the spirit emblems for it, and that your opponents will actually care about the axe. The axe is in a rather awkward position. It's comparable to a fully charged Send throw. For the same spirit emblems and no microtransactions, it sounds better. But the axe is significantly slower. Because of how fast Send throw comes out, and especially with Chasing Slice, you can keep the posture you make. But the axe is slow enough that it'll probably disappear before you can capitalize on it. This is particularly true if you intend to use the axe multiple times. And the time it takes to pull out your axe again, the posture you gain from using it the first time will disappear. The posture damage is good. What you need to do now is find a way to keep it. The most obvious way is to use it near the end of the fight. You're going to inevitably do a lot of health damage to the point that your posture recovery takes a hit. So wait until that moment, then pull out the axe. You can use this in conjunction with something like Sabimaru to streamline this. Use the poison to quickly reduce their health. Once it's low enough that the posture regen is affected, pull out your axe. If you get axed to their back, you can use the spin feature to sneak in some extra hits. You can also reserve it for specific moments. While the falling hit isn't as impacting as the normal, it's still the hardest hitting prosthetic from the air. Another way is to pair it up with fire. The burn status effect freezes posture regen, and you can capitalize on this with your axe. But be warned, regen comes back once the fire goes out. This is strong against anyone with bad posture recovery, like Seven Spears or the Armored Warrior. The high posture damage means it's a good way to snipe mooks. Using the axe from the air is also quite powerful. If you don't have High Monk equipped, after bouncing on their head, you can use the axe on the way down. The combined posture of the bounce and the axe will actually result in more posture damage than even High Monk. The axe's nature as a posture bar filler makes it better for human than for beasts. Yeah, you could use it for the poise damage, but you have many better options. Send Throw is ranged, and Praying Strikes is free. Also, of course, you can use this to split shields apart.
Uh-oh!
The top upgrades are the Sparkling Axe and the Lazulite Axe. The Sparkling Axe imbues your axe with fire. I mentioned before, you can use fire to freeze posture regen. Now your axe can be part of the equation. Your spin and your initial slam both deal burn. If your axe is what deals the burn, you get to keep your posture damage, and you have a window to deal more health damage. However, if you don't intend on inflicting burn, then the Lazulite Axe is a hard upgrade. Yeah, the numbers are the same on bare flesh. However, the Lazulite Axe has a few oddities. When blocked, the Sparkling Axe deals only about a quarter of its chip damage as opposed to half. The Lazulite, on the other hand, deals 1/3 chip damage. And remember, the lower an opponent's health, the slower their posture comes back. The Lazulite Axe also creates a sound that can shatter illusions like a snap seed. Remember the Illusion Monk? Even after the monk becomes immune, the high posture damage means it's still good to use against her. To recap, the axe is among the highest posture dealers, and is very Spirit Emblem efficient as well. Downside is that it has a large charge time, which not only leaves you vulnerable, but the enemy posture can regen. Use things like poison to lower health to the point posture stops recovering, or use fire to freeze posture recovery, or a bit of both.